Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm talking about Uber and how Uber owns your soul. So basically, I'm going to explain it to you in a second, but let me tell you something. I have been studying Uber for a couple of years now, and the things that are going on is not really good, and the problem is that now they are putting out the Uber Connect, which I'll tell you what the problem is with Uber Connect. Uh, but let me tell you what's going on with Uber, for example, Uber X and Uber Food, Uber Delivery. So what happens is like whenever you order, for example, Uber X to go from A to B and B to A, they record your information. And whenever you order food, they record your information. So for an average mind, this is information that is recorded is solely used for the purpose of just for the record to just in case if somebody claims that they did not uh, receive the service or receive the product like food, um, they can show them the records, and then they go over the records and resolve that. So for an average mind, that's what it is. They keep the information for the record, but that's not all it is. So basically, what happens is they like Uber has their labs, their laboratories. They have big labs. They have probably hundreds of psychologists, researchers, and I'm not talking about the market psychologists, the market researchers, and stuff like that. Those are different. These are people that basically analyze your psyche, analyze you, read your mind, study your mind, I must say. So basically, let's say if you are taking Uber and order from Uber and stuff like that, so all your information is being collected and presented to a researcher, a psychologist. They study your information. They analyze it. They try to understand how you think, what you think. Uh, so basically, uh, so understand your psyche. So what happens is, as the more information they collect about you, the more they know you, they understand your mind. So there's a point where they they know more about you than you know about yourself. Uh, they also even know about your uh, mental disorder, for example, if you have some mental vulnerability. So they know all these things. And what happens is when they achieve all, like they obtain all these information, so then it's very easy for them to just control you through a message. So they can just pop up some message on your app or on your phone, and then they can trigger your mind to do certain actions. And so that's what it is. And why they do that? It's just simple. They want your money. So they basically what they want is they want you to keep you as their servant. So you go work, make a lot of money, and bring it back and give it all back to Uber. Uh, it may seem a little bit illogical for some of you that what I'm saying, for example, but the reality is, if they do not, the reason that they're very successful in the market compared to all other ride sharing services is that they study you, and then they know you better than you, so they can get all your information, and they know you how to trigger your mind. And so basically that's what it is. They know your psyche, they can control you, they know your weaknesses, your vulnerabilities, even your mental status, mental state. um, so they can trigger your mind to make you do certain action by popping up a message on your screen. um, so now the thing is, so far they have been studying you, like every single individual that has an Uber account and uses Uber services. And it's not only just a few of people. I believe it's probably like 80 to 90% of the population in every city that Uber exists. 80 to 90% of the population uses Uber. So now I think the next stage is that they try to study. So basically, they study you. Now they study your relationships. So this is where Uber Connect comes. So Uber Connect is a service. If you have not heard about it, it's a service that you can deliver a package to a friend or to your coworker or from one point to another point. So let's say it's a service delivery, like parcel delivery. But what happens in the background is they try to establish, for example, one individual and see how many times he's sending a certain package to a certain person, uh, why he's sending it all these, like here and there. So basically, it tries to establish that the type of person that you are, what type of relationships do you have with other people, and so basically, it's what it is. So I think they studied you enough. Now they try to study the relationship between you and other people, and vice versa. For example, they study you, your relationship, and then you have a relationship, for example, a coworker, a friend that you send package to with another person, and then he has a relationship. So they try to chain up and see how your personality varies with your friends, while friend, your friend's friend personality varies with you, and they basically um, compare all that. So what happens with this is if they are successful in establishing the relationship, and the study is successful, they can basically control and establish, like, they can trigger multiple people like mine and stuff at the same time. So if you don't know what it means to trigger a mind, just go look for it. It's for it's probably plenty of YouTube videos out there how to trigger my mind, but that's what it is. So I just want to let you guys know what's going on. Nobody talked about it yet, but I put it out there. And if you have anything to say about this, please leave a comment down there. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. And if you have any questions, please give me a shout.